Hi everybody, good afternoon. This video is going to be one of the most important video in my YouTube library. We're going to talk about how to crack the JLPT beyond the books. I'm sure that you might have mastered all the books, not even remembering the page number and kanji in accordance to that. Alright. So this is something beyond that. Okay. So I'm going to give some JLPT tips. I myself, having an experience of giving JLPT more than 10 times. So this video is going to be free for you, wherein like you owe me some 60,000 yen because that's what I spent on my JLPT exam so far, right? So having this said, let's start. Okay, the first and foremost thing that you need to be careful is sleep. Okay, please listen till last because at last there's something going to be very important tips which you really need to hear. Okay, we'll start with the sleep. Please get a good sleep today. Okay, if you're traveling today, get a good hotel. If you are very much confident for tomorrow, please spend some money on your sleep because if your bed is not good tomorrow, you may not be able to focus, right? So get a good sleep, get a good hotel, right? If you're traveling, and if you're in your hometown, switch off your mobile by 7-8 p.m. Sleep, put it into airplane mode, and just get a good sleep. That's all. And second is diet. Okay, make sure today you don't eat too much and you don't eat too less. Okay, have a good diet. Make sure that today's diet is also important and tomorrow's diet is also important. And I would suggest you not to eat rice because rice is a high sugar content item. Okay, it's gonna make you drowsy before the exam, and while in listening, 男の人と女の人は話してます but you are 寝ています. Okay, so this should not happen, and be careful, like 男の人と女の人は何を話してるのかっていうことをちょっと気をつけて聞いてくださいね。はい、じゃあ次行きましょうかね。次行きましょう。次 is hydration. Please hydrate yourself. Dokkai is going to be highly energy intensive task. Okay, make sure that you take some sugar items before going for Dokkai because it's going to drain you. Okay, by the time you finish the Dokkai, it's gonna drain you. Right, I'll also give some Dokkai tips at last. Right, so get some energy and get some hydration as per the schedule. Now next is watch. Okay, you will need to have a digital watch. I'm not sure how it's in your country, but in Japan you are allowed to put the digital watch in your desk. So tell your proctor that in case of Japan, digital watch is allowed. Okay, provided that you don't, your alarm doesn't beeps over there. Make sure that there's no alarm and keep a digital watch. Okay, and this is also something that you need to tell to the proctor by anyhow. Okay, write the time in the board. Okay, so for Bumpo this time to this time, for Dokkai this time to this time, and Chokai will be from this time to this time. Okay, now since watch is going to be very much important and proctor do need to write. If you don't do, then kick his ass. Okay, that's very much important, and you need to calibrate the timings as per that. Okay, uh, right, so now Dokkai, let's come to Dokkai first. Okay, now Dokkai is going to be very important. If the Dokkai finishing time is by 2:30, right, make sure that your papers are filled before 2:30, and that's very much important. My bad, sorry. If the Dokkai ending time is 2:30, you have to fill your paper by 2:25. All the answers should be filled. Make sure that you don't skip anything. Okay, and last 5 minutes you can just chill out. Uh, Right, so this is to do with watch. The point number one, proctor needs to write the timing in exam. You need to have a digital watch, and you need to finish the papers before 5 minutes. Okay, you understood that? Great. Now let's go with Dokkai strategies. Okay, now this is going to be very important. See, me being from non-kanji country and you being from also non-kanji country, most of the okay. So we'll call it in Japanese that hi kanji koku. We don't use kanji from birth like the Chinese do, Koreans do, and there's Singaporean and Malaysians do, right? I'm not sure with Malaysia, excuse me. Singapore, Taiwan, they use kanji by birth. So these are all like kanji koku, and we are from non-kanji kuni. Okay, right. So we don't have the Dokkai experience. They are good at Dokkai. They don't need to study kanji. So now you need to use some strategy in the Dokkai. Okay. This will be useful for N4. Yeah, I think all the levels for JLPT. The last part of the Dokkai is something that you'll be solving at first. I'll repeat this once again. The last part of Dokkai is something that you will need to solve at first. Please take out your mock test paper, okay, and just check your last part. That's the most easiest one, okay. That is something that you'll be solving at first. Now second thing is you will solve thambun, short size paragraph. Okay. Second thing that you'll solve is thambun. Now third thing you'll solve is chubung, middle size paragraph. And fourth thing is chobung, which is the longest one. Okay. Now all the people who are giving JLPT N1, N2 and N3, okay, the one suggestion is the paper itself is made in such a way wherein Japanese people also cannot crack it. Okay. Now you may find this quite funny. Okay. Even the Japanese people feel difficult to crack it. Technically what I'm saying is, if a Japanese person also sits an exam, he or she may not be able to crack everything. Now the suggestion for you here is, don't try to solve everything, but make sure your papers are filled with answer. Okay, you got that? Let's go to Dokkai Strategy again. The easiest one is what you'll solve at first. Those long size paragraph, okay, if you're not confident, leave it, just mark it. Right, so there's option 1, 2, 3, 4, and make sure that you mark in option 3. Make sure you mark in option 3. Now if you ask me the reason and logic behind this, I don't have any specific logic. I was also taught to do in the same way. Okay, this will be useful for N3 and N2 people. Right, the N1 guys are made in a different way. We are, people of steel, of course, right? Yeah, so that being said, I think I have not missed anything. Make sure that the proctors write the timings in the board. You calibrate as per that, and your papers should be filled 5 minutes before in Dokkai and Mojigoi section. Okay, all the best. Thank you.